Hello. Just filming this to give like an update because it's been a while since I've recorded anything, and so I just wanted to talk about, I guess, a topic because I want to make sure that I'm consistently just getting stuff out there so I don't fall into a slump. And I'm falling into a slump. I'm in the middle of filming this video where I basically de-bloat my phone and try to get rid of as much distractions as possible. And it kind of turned out a little bit more complicated than I thought, and I was hoping I could finish the video today, but it's not going to happen because I kind of fucked it up a little bit. Well, I mean, I filmed the first video of that. I filmed on the 12th, and it is the 30th. So it's almost been it's been a little over 2 weeks, almost 3 weeks, and I still don't have that ready. I also just want an outlet for my brain to discuss things, kind of like a journal. So that's like the kind of purpose behind it. It's just explaining my thoughts. Because I'm hoping that one day I could get it figured out, and then I could look back on these videos, and other people could look back on these videos and be kind of inspired, because they're like, "Ah, he fucking was a bum, and now he's doing cool things." So one of the big things right now is just that everything is so difficult for me to do. It takes so much energy in my brain. It takes so much effort to do even the smallest things. And this is why I said I was stuck in time, and this is why time flies by so fast, because it's like every day, and this is probably going to be the title of the video, but every day I feel like shit. And every single day, every night I go to sleep feeling like shit about my day and beating the fuck out of myself every night. And like, tomorrow I'm gonna do better so that I don't feel like this. And then I wake up and I'm like, well, there's the same thing that happens every single day. I'm like, I still have a little bit of time, so I have a little bit of time to play this game. So I play the game, and I'm like, I still got time, and I just keep doing that until it's almost time for like me to go pick up my girlfriend or something, and then I feel like shit. So I'm like, I just wasted my whole fucking day. And then I go and pick her up, and then I'm like in a horrible mood, and that start fucking huge fights and shit like that. God. I'm also stuck in a hard place because I feel like people are not going to understand, because they're going to be like, I have a girlfriend right now, but I didn't for a long time. And I know that people are going to be in that position where they don't have a girlfriend, and they're going to be like, they're going to feel like how I did before I ever got my first girlfriend, and they're going to be like, how the fuck are these guys, like even these guys who are super down on the luck, have girlfriends? Because I remember that made me feel like shit. Not because I was like unhappy for them, but it's like, how is it so easy? And I think that ties into the main topic. How is it? It's not that it's so easy, because I know other people struggle with things. So that's not the right way to phrase it. The right way to phrase it is, why is it so difficult for me? Not why is it so difficult for me? Why do I have such a hard time doing things that everyone else seems like they're capable of doing? I don't know why I struggle so much with like the most basic things, and like the most basic self-improvement. I have such a hard time with it. And I know this isn't the case, but I know it feels like my brain works against me. It feels like I'm not allowed to be happy. Because anytime I'm on the verge of doing something that's going to improve my situation, improve my life, I sabotage myself. And I almost feel like I do it on purpose. And my brain does it on purpose. And a lot of the times I feel like I don't even have free will. I feel like this is just how I'm programmed to work, is to be a freaking loser my entire life. And anytime I make a decision to break out of that, my brain steps in and says, no, like that's it's not even like I have these conversations. It's just like an instinctual thing. Like for an example, like I've been doing this coding boot camp, and I had ups and downs due to drinking and shit, but I'm almost done. All I have is the final project, and I just can't fucking do it. Every time I think about doing the final project, doing like putting an effort to learn an API so I can use it in my final project, it's like there's a huge weight. Like it's almost like a how do I describe the feeling? It's like a complete exhaustion in my freaking heart, and that's not even a good way to put it. But it's just I feel deflated. Like every time I think about doing it, all the energy gets sucked from my body, and I'm just completely drained and flat, and have zero oomph. All I can do is sit in bed and like rot and just try to scroll. I don't even want to scroll. I'm not searching for anything. I'm just like just anything to let me forget about this project. And it's like, why? And I used to go see a therapist, and he had to stop doing therapy, so that was kind of unfortunate because I really liked him. And so I stopped doing therapy, and I really should probably get back to it. But I know he was saying that like it could be my brain trying to protect me, because my brain's afraid of failing. My brain's afraid of trying and failing at something. So is it a low self-esteem thing? I don't have the answer to these questions, and that's what makes it partly so frustrating. Because I see people and they're like, you gotta just do the hard things, and it's like, I definitely know I have to. Like, there's no alternative to that. But like, why do I struggle so much? And I always like, and I wanted to talk about this too. I try to find a reason why. Because I feel like every single time I am alone, it is a war zone in my brain. It's just chaos. You know, like on Looney Tunes where they get into a giant fight and it's just a cloud of dust and you just see fists and shit, kicks. That's like my brain for like a couple hours. And then after that, there's like peace. There's like, okay, it's like, basically when I'm going through that phase, it's like, it's over. I'm a failure. This is going to be my life forever. I can't do it. And I just beat the living fucking shit out of myself for multiple hours. And then once that's done, I feel calm. And then I feel like I can pick myself back up and be like, okay, we're going to give it another shot. Here we go. Get up. It's okay. Try it again. But like exhausted. Like, goddamn. But at least I'm going to get up and try it again. And then I try to... But it's like when I'm in the middle of the heat of battle in my brain, I'm trying to figure out, like, I'm trying to get a higher power. Like, and I went to rehab and they recommended, like, or said you need higher power, or at least a power greater than yourself. And it's like, I have a hard time finding that. I have a hard time finding it in a religious sense. And I have a hard time finding it even just, like, as a why. Because I read Man's Search for Meaning a long time ago, and it's like, he who has a why can endure any how, or something like that. I'm probably butchering it, but like basically it's the same concept. You need something that's greater than yourself. And so I search for something. I'm like, do I do it for little me, like the young version of me that was so hopeful. It's not enough. Like, I'm gonna do it for my friends. I'm gonna do it for my freaking family. It's not enough. I'm gonna do it for my girlfriend. I'm gonna do it for. It's not enough. I'm gonna do it to prove them people wrong. It's not enough. I'm gonna do it to inspire people. It's not enough. I'm just gonna do it for myself. It's not enough. So that contributes to the deflation that I feel. I don't know how I did. I don't know how to be a successful person, and I can pretend to be a successful person. Well, I don't know about pretending. I can do things that are good for a little bit, but this is the metaphor that I came up with in my brain. I was like, it's like it's not an everyday thing. It's like I'm getting heavier and heavier weights placed on me as I'm doing it. So I do one day where I do great with school. Okay, I feel good. But that's one weight on me. And then I do it another day, and that's good, but that's an even heavier weight on me. And it's like the more successful days I have, it's like I know a collapse is coming, and finally when it's the straw that breaks the camel's back, I fucking don't miss a day or two. I go weeks/months, which leads to years of nothing, of being a bum. And I'm not explaining it good enough. I feel the exhaustion building up, and not because it's not like the task itself is super exhausting. It's not. And usually I feel good afterwards. I feel energized. But it's like, do you know that meme with the fucking rabbit and it's holding up the clock and it's like TikTok, or it's like the clock's ticking? That's how I feel when I do successful things, or even just if I'm feeling okay. It's like I got something that's right there in my brain that's like, it's coming. You know, I'm like, I got a good day. And it's not like I feel defeated in the moment, but I know it's coming. And I know it's gonna fucking suck. And I know it's gonna last for a long time. The collapse is gonna fucking happen. And I'm just gonna fucking revert to my old ways. And I'm gonna be a bum for a really fucking long time. And it's like every time I think about doing something successful again, it just makes me feel fucking exhausted. Like I'm trying to lift a weight and I just have zero strength to do it. I don't know how to describe it. I cannot describe it well. But I'm always just like, especially when I'm alone, I'm like, every day like that I go by myself, like here, I have to fight the urge to not get alcohol. And I know it's not the alcohol, it's more so me not wanting to beat the fuck out of myself all day, all night. And that's when it's TikTok is happening, you know what I mean? It's like, okay, I didn't drink today. Add another weight to my back. And if I do good tomorrow, good. Fucking add another weight to the back, and eventually I'm just gonna be fucking crushed. And I'm gonna just do horrible fucking bum shit. And I mean, I already kind of am, because I'm just playing games all day. It's like I'm trying to cope. It's like, why am I such a fucking failure, bro? Why are things so difficult for me? But what else did I want to talk about? So I can't, when I'm really feeling horrible, it's like, it's over. Like I still have hope, which is good. I have hope that, like, I know I'm still am delusional enough to think that I can turn it around. I don't feel like motivated when I think that. You're looking at a freaking failure in life. Like, I struggled in school, middle school onward, I struggled. And I learned that I could just ditch. And I feel so much better. I just feel like this relief. And so I started ditching school all the time, because I would feel like absolute fucking trash going to school. And as soon as I walked off campus, I just felt like I was drinking alcohol. Just like all my anxiety went away. So I started doing that. Then I did online school, tried to do it, fucking neglected those things. And then I just started watching YouTube videos all day. And then I moved back in with my mom. And those were really dark times as well. I lived with my mom and my two siblings. I didn't even interact with them. I just slept all day when they were awake. I slept, and when they were asleep, I stayed up. And I was just like a scared person, and I couldn't go outside. like even going outside. I remember the blinds in the apartment complex. They have those hanging cheap ass blinds. They would just sway every little tiny bit. The tiny little sliver through the gap of the blinds would give me insane anxiety. Because I didn't want anyone to see me. I was like a fucking like Gollum in a cave. I just didn't want to even be seen. And I know that's like funny as like a joke, but like take it in a serious way, because I actually felt that way. I was an absolute monster. Like, don't look at me. Don't interact with me. Not out of anger, just out of like anxiety. Like that, I can't even take your fucking glimpse. Like I was so unsocialized. So it was just like, just don't even look at me. And I lived like that for a long time, a few years. And then I remember I went to visit my sister and brother-in-law for the very first time. And I talked to my older brother who doesn't live, it's a long story with my family tree, but my brother who doesn't live in my immediate household, my older brother, and he had just gotten a job, and soon I was going to be at the age where I could get a job. And so I decided, you know what, when I go back, I'm going to get a fucking job. And, you know, I am a complete failure in a lot of things, majority of things. But every once in a while, I will just get a fucking fire out of nowhere and do something that's completely uncharacteristic. And so I remember certain people had told me like they didn't really think I was going to do it, and I don't take offense to that, because like that's just the common sense thing to think. But I did. When I came back, I searched for a job. And I remember, again, so unsocialized, I didn't say anything. You had to clock in and then walk past the entire production line, and then I would go to the back because I was a dishwasher. I didn't say anything to anybody. I clocked in and walked past every one of my coworkers and didn't say a single thing to anybody because I was too shy to do so. And I'll go deeper into this one day, but like long story short, that job really did a lot to be able to help break me out of my shell. Because I was a lot better at the end of it. I still wasn't great. And that's when I learned how to work out. And like I was making YouTube videos at more consistent pace. And that was just such a good period of my life. That was, I would say, was the peak of my life so far. Was that time period of like 2017, 18. And then I hurt myself and it all went downhill. But my instinct is to find a cave and go hide in it. And because I barely interact with my family. I barely interact with my friends anymore. Because I've developed that instinct to just hide in a cave. And then also I leech. I want to say this phrase because I've been meaning to say it, but it's gonna sound fucking fucked up. But it's true. I am a parasite, a little bit. I am a parasite. Because on my girlfriend, because I like if I didn't have her, I'd be in this room still. At 26, damn near 26-year-old, this is my mom's spare room. I'd be still here if I didn't have my girlfriend. She let me live with her. And I haven't had a job. So you are looking at a complete fucking bum. Again, self-destructive behavior. I'm tempted to just delete the whole thing because I don't know what my point of this video even is, but I'm just going to upload it anyways. But I feel like shit every single day. I wish I could explain my thoughts better. I cannot. And it frustrates me. But I'm going to try to get back up again. That's the thing. That's me. I feel like I am going crazy. Because every single day I have the exact same fights and wars in my brain. Every single fucking day. and I'm just getting beat up on a regular fucking basis. Like, I wish I could let you guys feel how I feel. That way you could really understand what I mean. Because I'm not just talking about like fucking. It's just like I'm getting beat with a fucking sledgehammer every day. It's kind of funny, but it's not. You know, because I don't feel good every single day, and part of it is my fault. But I also think that like, for some reason, my brain naturally falls into this type of behavior. You know, so it is partially my fault, 100%, because I made the wrong choices in life, and I don't want to, you know, blame anything else or anyone else. But I think my decisions kind of molded my brain to be this way. My brother likes to say that we are very similar. We just made different decisions, because he's very sociable, and I do agree with that. But I guess I just discovered when I was a kid that if I avoid things, then I don't have to feel like shit. But then, ironically, that leads you to feeling like shit anyways. Probably even worse. If I would have done certain things, it's like kind of like if I would have made decisions. Like the classic example would be like someone who's like, I was studying when you guys were partying, and now it paid off because I'm a lawyer or whatever. It's kind of like that, similar to that. Like maybe if I would have done things that made me uncomfortable in the past, I would be more comfortable now. I mean, that's pretty much guaranteed. But everyone figures out life at different rates, and I'm hoping that I could get it figured out now. But I feel like I'm going crazy because I keep having to pick myself up, and so it's like an almost every single day thing where I'm like, I failed. Alright, get back up. I failed. Okay, get back up. I failed. Okay, get back up. I failed. Okay, get back up. Over and 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 over, like I'm fucking living the exact same day forever. But unfortunately, time is actually passing as this is occurring. So I'm just getting older and wasting more of my life doing the exact same thing. Get back up, fall, get back up, fall, get back up, fall, get back up, fall. And I feel like I'm going crazy. And at the end of the day, after fucking years have passed, I look back and I'm like, I didn't do shit. I haven't made any progress because I just keep fucking up. But anyways, I don't want this fucking video to keep going on. I am going to pick myself back up again after multiple weeks of not being successful in making this phone video. And tomorrow, what I'm going to do is today I'm going to upload this video, and then tomorrow I'm going to call the doctor and make an appointment because I would like to get my antidepressant medicine and my ADD medicine because I am always spaced out. I would like to schedule a meeting with a tutor at my school so I can get back to doing my final project so that I can get a better job in web development so that my life can improve and I can stop working random part-time jobs over and over again. And so those were some of and then transfer the SIM card on my phone. So those are my goals for tomorrow. I'm going to try to pick myself back up for the 12 millionth time. I'm going to try to be a person that I'm going to try to improve my situation by doing successful things or whatever. And we'll see. I hope I do good. I don't know. Every day I'm like, am I gonna be like, I'm not gonna make it, bro. I'm not gonna be able to do YouTube. I've been talking about doing this YouTube video for so long, and so every day I just get like, oh, you're a fraud. You're not gonna do it. Like, you're not making any progress. Whatever. Tomorrow we'll see what happens. Another quick thing I wanted to add, just really fast, is my mindset right now, kind of, and I don't like I don't I always envision I'm like, what would I say to someone who's going through something like this? And I really don't know. And I don't think I'm the right person because I'm not good at advice and stuff like that. I'm not good at helping people going through tough times. But my mindset, at least, I can speak for what I'm kind of thinking about right now, and hopefully it helps me. Maybe it could help you. I don't know. But like right now, my mindset is every time I think it's like hard and stuff, I'm like, well, what really is the alternative to getting back up? Or if I'm like, ah, man, I'm just struggling to do YouTube, I'm like, well, what really is the alternative? I guess I'm lucky to see that I don't really see an alternative. I feel like this is how it has to be. I feel like I was meant for this. I know it doesn't seem that way. And I know if anyone saw this, they would be like, that's retarded. But I do think that I'm kind of destined to do YouTube and ultimately succeed over all of this bullshit. I can't explain my thoughts as good as I can just feel them, obviously. Um, but I think what I'm trying to get at is like, when I say what's the alternative, is that even though all of this is difficult and clearly I'm not good at it, um, I don't see an alternative, so therefore I must get good at it. Like I have to get better at this kind of stuff. I have to figure out a way to do YouTube because I don't see an alternative. I don't view I don't see like all these other jobs, even web development, which I go into doing a boot camp for, as an alternative. That's not an alternative to me. That's just me buying time for the inevitable path that is the only option that I must eat. I must figure it out. So, and same thing with me feeling shit every day. I'm not okay with just living kind of this basic life that I'm living right now. So the only option is to get better and at doing things that I need to do because there is no other option. I'm not going to live this way and I'm not suicidal. Thank God. You know what I mean? That's my mentality. There's only one goal in my future. And so even if I am completely shit at everything I need to be good at in order to achieve it, it's the only option. So therefore, I have to figure out a way to get good at it. Does that make sense? Hopefully it does somewhat. I don't know. I don't even know what I'm saying half the time. What I would like it to end on is that I'm going to keep trying for as long as I need to. Even though my lack of ability to keep my own word has made me not feel confident when I say these types of things. But I'm going to keep trying. And even though I don't want it to come off too freaking lame and stuff, too like I'm a good person, but I do genuinely hope that if you're seeing this, that you keep trying as well, and that hopefully one day this will be able to help give someone the strength that other people's videos in the same similar vein have been able to give me the strength. And those are the type of things that I think about in moments when it's really dark. And so I'm just basically trying to pass the torch, along. And yeah.